it or something, then you can you get massive hassle with that.
Well,
And I like to run Linux as well, so I want minimum problems with that stuff.
Are you mining with those cards, or are you using them for monitors? Because I'm using mine for monitors, and I can just daisy chain them up as many as I want.
Minimum. No, one of my hobbies is 3D modeling and rendering and stuff like that, so I need a pretty decent graphics card.
Get a Mac Pro with maximum RAM, and you'll be fine.
And like I said, I'm still with the Mac stuff, and I hate Mac.
I know,
so I run
but
Linux, mostly Linux. So I the whole Mac interface thing with the centralized menu bar, I can't get used to it, and the whole Teletubby moving icons, that stuff really.
You can always change the desktop to a Windows theme if you want.
Yeah, you can change the interface as you want, but
but for that kind of money, then I want it already. If it's that expensive, I don't want to mess with it all that much.
You don't need to mess with it at all. I don't understand.
Installing Linux on the MacBook EFI is not the easiest thing in the world. And it really messes up the whole MacBook.
I wouldn't use Linux on a MacBook. Dude, it's already Unix. It's better than Linux.
I know, but no, it's not better than Linux. I've like I said, I'm running on a MacBook now, but it's a really limited experience, especially if you multi-boot or something like that. Then the whole EFI is might be not that aggressive as the Microsoft UEFI. But it's I'm still struggling with it. Every time a lot of these MacBook updates don't work.
You're on a laptop. I don't use a laptop. I'm using the big iMacs, the largest ones that you find in the store is what I'm sitting with on my desk, and that's a whole different experience, I'm sure.
I move around a lot, so I take my laptop everywhere, so I don't want this huge, massive desktop replacement thing. I have a desktop.
I trade every day, so I need to have a lot of screens.
Yeah, but I'm not a trader, right?
No, it's different uses.
Need only 3 screens.
But Linux or your Unix, whatever, but not Windows. I mean, the guys who are making Windows
is hell. I know, and Windows is very unreliable, so I wouldn't recommend anybody. And lately, Windows is also behind with installing the. I have to help some people with their Windows install, but as long as you buy it pre-installed, then it works for most people. But if you have to talk somebody through installing it from a bare DVD or USB stick, then it's hell.
Why? I think this is the easiest Windows install ever.
Windows 10 with the UEFI stuff.
I have learned UEFI.
I had to talk an uncle through it. He fucked up his Windows install, and the UEFI blocked his entire system, so it locked it up.
Okay. But that's not the Windows issue. It's a UEFI.
Yeah, because it was Windows Secure Boot bullshit. And Windows turned it on without asking anybody. It just turns it on, even though it was turned off before when he started.
Okay. And he made it wrong from the start.
No, he reinstalled. He tried to reinstall it after one of these updates. The update with Windows didn't. I think he had a dodgy internet connection, so one of these updates failed. So he had to reinstall, and then everything was fucked up.
Then he just does a
Plus, installing Windows takes forever, and you don't have a working machine. If you have a live CD with the unit. Multiple Linux distros now, you put in the DVD or the USB stick, you have a working system right off the bat, and you can install it on the background.
I crashed my graphics driver when installing a new card. I just made a bootable USB disk and made a recovery or rollback or whatever it's called. 2 days earlier when it worked.
With Windows, you mean?
Yeah. But that's not for the ordinary user.
Well, Linux for me is way more stable than Windows has ever been. Linux can recover from. I can recover Linux way more easily than I can recover Windows. If Windows really craps out, then it's dead for me.
Windows has removed the recovery function, so you need to add it manual with a USB stick.
Yeah, and if that's the only working computer you have, then you're fucked.
Yeah, of course, but...
the only way I will run Windows now is if I can run it in a virtual machine. So that's the way I want to run Windows.
Yeah, then you run Linux and Windows in a virtual machine.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. So
and then it's easy to take a snapshot and recover.
Yeah. And with the latest versions of all these virtual machines, you can actually also plug in the physical video cards, so you can run physical devices inside of the virtual machine.
Yeah, that's great.
It actually works.
I'm gonna put Windows on my Linux server just to test it out.
That's how I mined Steam. And I did some other.
That's cool.
I ran it inside a virtual machine, and it actually worked.
Yeah, it works fine.
One of the weirdest things, though, is I have an AMD machine, and when I ran it completely virtualized, you have this low-level virtual machine, XEN or something, which is a pretty complex way to run your system. So I went away. But if I ran it through that system, installed Windows, a lot of these games and stuff ran a lot faster than if I ran it bare metal, which really.
Of course.
I found really ridiculous. Unless Intel is still doing the whole checking if you're running a competitor and then turning off all the feature stuff.
You have the better support for AMD.
Well, the thing is, AMD bare metal runs crap, and if you run it in a virtual machine and hide that it's an AMD, it runs better.
Yeah.
Weird.
Better support in virtual machine for AMD.
My Witness runs 24 gig of RAM right now. I have 100 gig of SSD dedicated.
Wow.
That's pretty massive. I don't.
Quad core.
Ah, that's a slow computer.
Slow computer. We are solving. we can scale up to as much as we want.
Yeah, it's a VPS.
It's in the cloud.
Oh, it's an Amazon one, or.
It's so big, man. But dude, we need more witnesses because if we're gonna have a billion users in the future, then you can imagine what kind of computers we have to deal with in order to solve those blocks in time.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Everything is running in RAM, right? In graphene. So it might be. I thought that was the way they did the witnesses, that after they changed their plans. I haven't been keeping up to date with the latest technology, but the last I heard it was that the graphene was running most of it in RAM, so...
Takes less RAM, but more CPU.
Yeah, it is.
Huh? That was new.
Less RAM, more CPU.
You say far more CPU. That's for mining, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the witnesses, the whole idea of the whole graphene thing is to make transactions per second, to improve it, was to run more in RAM and less from the hard drive.
Graphene 2.0 you can run on a Raspberry Pi.
Damn.
Nice. That's very nice.
Might be mining that needed more CPU. I may be misinformed.
Yeah, I thought the whole... Yeah, I'm not talking about the mining. I'm talking about the whole delegated proof of stake thing. The whole graphene improvement, the way they got these massive transactions per second was by using the fastest part of your CPU, which is the RAM. Focusing a lot of that. Also, one of the issues was that back when I was still following them, they had issues getting it multi-threaded, so it was using single-threaded with lots of RAM.
Check the link I just posted. I have my server writing love letters to Steemit. Hey, is there anything you want? Any information that you would like to read 4 times per day? Because I can take out all kinds of data and post it on Steemit as a post.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like Master Yoda's thing, you know, all that information, price changes, and you know, all kinds of IPA data can be formatted and posted automatically to Steemit with information people would like to see.
Maybe as a joke, you could tell how hard you worked in a certain period of time for them.
What?
How much you worked? So how
many blocks I've solved?
Something like that. Then people see how active you are.
Oh, dude, we're not missing any block. We are solving all of them. The 50 other witnesses that are voted in, they are missing blocks all the time. We're picking up their slack.
I haven't missed a block since I set up new miner. The new Steam client.
Yeah, we are on a gigabit connection there, so yeah, we're like 10 times faster than you there.
Yeah, but it's not needed now.
No, but
Maybe in 1 year.
hell, I'm first stick and I need to be top notch if I'm gonna run for witness. It's gonna be glorious. I mean, if I'm seriously believing that I can bring in 1 million people to Steemit and bring the value of Steam up for everybody, then of course I won't run a witness from a Commodore 64. I need something serious.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I think I find it funny that the whole Bitches team and the whole graphene thing doesn't get that much attention, because it's one of the few projects I've seen that actually works on massive scale and scaling. All the others are promising that they might be able to solve it in the future, maybe. That's a quite different prospect, right? They have the solution right now, and everybody else is thinking that they might solve it when it's needed. And looking at Bitcoin at the moment with all the filled blocks, it's not that easy to solve if you're running.
I can send this server to an 800 gigabit hosting data center if needed. So I'd be fine in the next year.
Also, if you're running the newer hosting stuff, is you can scale a running system, right? You can add CPU and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Add RAM.
If it's virtual, yeah.
You also have this thing. It's not virtual machine. It's the other one. What's it called? I forgot
Virtual
the name.
private server.
No, yeah, I know that one, but you have a different system now. That you have this isolated block, this change root, but they don't call it a change root. They call it differently.
I don't know. This is my personal private server.
If I wasn't as tired as I am now and I didn't have this headache, I would be looking into the whole scripting this stuff for Fuzzy's Island thing. I've seen an example. I've posted the links. I don't know if you got it. You have an example script for on the Wikipedia site that what I've gathered from the code that I could understand is that it reads in a height map and applies it to the current map. So apparently there's already a script that should work the way you want it to work.
That's sweet. Send it again. Missed it.
It's at the bottom of the Wikipedia for
Hey Joey, I hate to interrupt you. I'm getting ready to get supper, but are you going to be on for a little bit?
Yeah, my visitors went home to sleep, so I'm free now till I fall asleep.
Okay, well, I'm going to eat dinner, and then I'd like to talk to you about some stuff that Fadat needs for me, or from me, and I think you can help me with it. So I'll talk to you anyway. I'll talk to you here in a little bit about it.
Okie dokie.
All right, I'll be back.
Running a witness for you, Joey, that's nothing you consider, right?
I'm not running witches or anything. Like I said, I have so much stuff going on and my health issues that I have no time to focus on all this other stuff.
Because it gives you a stable income.
Yeah, but you have to be somewhat what you call it, consequent in your lifestyle.
Yeah. You need
And I'm not.
There is a lot of work, but in the end it will pay.
Yeah, but like I said, I have health problems, so to me the being, that's one thing why I can't do it.
You mean you are more sick than me?
Yeah, that's why I was gone for a month or longer.
Oh. And you have been gone all week?
Yeah, I've been back for a week now.
Last time we spoke was Friday.
Yeah, I was on, so I had mumble on most of the time.
But I'm hard to get on somebody unless you start to speaking.
Ah, okay.
To speak, I hear it.
Yeah, I have my laptop running. I have it sat on my table, but it doesn't mean that I'm always in the same room as my laptop. So I have a lot of this stuff I was doing outside.
But the best way to get in touch with me, that's if you go to Stake Pool or Telegram me.
You have to set up Telegram as well.
Yeah, and Stake Pool, don't forget it.
What do I have to do?
Put up TeamSpeak and join Stake Pool Radio.
But that still, I need to be in the same room as my laptop then.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like I said, so I don't have time to sit behind my...
Just use your phone. iPhone, Android.
Yeah, but most of the stuff I'm doing, I can't pay attention to phones and laptops and stuff. If I'm on the road and stuff like that, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's fine, just talk.
It's a radio show, man. It's a radio station.
I try to
join in to talk when you want, and then you log off when you want. You know,
I really appreciate people doing that stuff. But like I said, I will try to join when I can, but it's not something I can do 24 hours a day.
It's okay, man. You know, if you don't want to support us with your voice, you know, just send us $10,000.
Get paid for my sexy voice, right?
Yeah. Forget we love your voice.
Maybe too many Germanic speaking accents now.
It's becoming Englishish. That's what we call the main room over at Steamspeak. Steamspeak main room Englishish.
You talk better English than me.
Who does?
I don't speak English. I just make sounds and hope people understand.
You both speak better than me. I have a brain issue that I forget words, even if I have them in my head. I forget them anyway.
Write them down from time to time. It will help you remember.
I think I have Alzheimer's.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think you might be right from some of the things I've observed. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I've seen how you know, over a 24-hour period, go through different Alzheimer-like changes.
Yeah, I'm going now to a doctor to investigate what's wrong with me. Going every second week.
I will bet you that you're something very expensive wrong with you.
Expensive?
Good, yeah.
Yeah. That's how doctors work.
Billions of dollars to fix him.
Doctors
Not for
work that
me.
way. If you go to them, there's something very expensive wrong with you.
I only pay 30 euro every time.
That's until
Are
we
you sure
find
you're going
out
to a
what's-
No, I think it was what do you call it?